Good evening, guys, from my side. Piotr here. We are going to cover New Zealand job market exclusively. So before we will jump and discuss the chart, right? Just information about the official Light Forex YouTube channel. In both cases here, guys, we do have on the 15 minutes Aussie Kiwi something to may looks like head and shoulder, but in that case, in that particular pair, you know that I'm looking more towards the short Kiwi dollar, but here Kiwi Canadian on the hourly we have monster possible inverted head and shoulders. So in case of the stronger Kiwi dollar, most probably I'm going to look here for the longs, and I'm going to look for a tiny pullback to the yellow demand and a little bit of bigger rally towards 86.50, 86.70. We'll see. So we have like 1 minute left. So guys, let's have a look what we are going to get. In the meantime, during our previous update, I've mentioned about the Tesla. So towards the end of the session, looks like Tesla caught coronavirus. That's what the whole Twitter was laughing at. So anyway, we are here. It looks like Kiwi trying to be stronger post data. You know, it's a tricky moment because we are approaching end of the day as well. It looks like there was no pullback to my zone, but that's gonna be for the Tokyo session. I might even try to place the order right below 86. I have to calculate, you know, risk-reward ratio. If I'm targeting 86.70, buying below 86, it's 70 pips to the upside. So I would not want to risk more than 20. So probably somewhere under this hourly lower shadow, I would have my stop. So it would be good to buy 85.90 spike down or something like that. That's what I think is a tricky moment. But overall, unemployment rate at 4% versus expectations 4.2. So quite strong number. you know, if we are going to get this head and shoulders on the Aussie Kiwi, right, we might retest this starting point here. And if we are going to take into the consideration the breakout of this consolidation, right, so, you know, it might not be bad idea to look for longs around 103.50 eventually. It's probably going to be during the Tokyo session, and you know, sometimes you have to sleep. But anyway, I'm going to look commodity versus commodity currency. So again, Aussie Kiwi, we had our trading plan. I'm going to look carefully on the New Zealand dollar versus Canadian dollar. Don't forget that because of the oil, Canadian dollar might be a little bit weaker. So one of the reasons I wanna trade the long side here. And Friday we do have Canadian job data as well, so we will see. Aussie is recovering nicely here in the lower shadow. We are building a little bit of the upper shadow here on the New Zealand versus Canadian. The thing is here, if you are going to switch to the daily, right, that's the tricky, because we have to try to close above those shadows, right? And right now we hit those shadows, but market is trying to reject the bears. The bears are getting more and more active, right? So we are building this upper shadow on the hourly. 15-minute we have already negative body, so we'll see. So good data, but market is looking for the end of the day. So both sides got their arguments, right? One thing is the good data, so the bulls on the Kiwi will try to push it higher. On the other hand, for example, New Zealand Canadian on the daily chart, just based on the chart, we know what is going on, right? So we are testing the supply, so the sellers are gonna be active, no doubt about it. So anyway, that's how I see the things. Here on those two crosses, I'm not gonna change my mind. I'm going to, in case of different Kiwi pairs, I have to check what's going to happen over the course of the Tokyo session. Then it's going to be a little bit easier to try to have a look deeper, right? Here, commodity to commodity currency, even if I'm going to, you know, place an order for the Tokyo session, you know, there is a possibility I'm going to survive without any kind of the big crash here, right? Compared to what might happen eventually when we are going to switch to risk off during the Tokyo session. So guys, we have a plan for both Aussie Kiwi and Kiwi Canadian. I'm going to monitor it for a while, and I'm going to make an update tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you. It was my pleasure to be with you again, guys.